Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing a startup in the gaming industry, and it's not just any startup, it's a blockchain enabled startup, and it's also a DAO. And so we're going to be discussing whether this could be a good investment. They are having right now an ICO, so it's a good opportunity if you are interested in finding and funding this kind of companies and making a profit out of them. This is a good moment to watch this video, and hopefully you'll watch it till the end, and I hope I can potentially give you the tools so you can make a decision on whether this is a good investment for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, guys. Yes, we're going to be discussing Breeder DAO. So if you're new here, my name is Mauricio, and in this channel we talk about how to invest in startups, especially in the crypto industry. So one of the most exciting startups I've explored in the latest days, in the latest number of months, is this one. It's called Breeder DAO. So I'm going to share my screen with you so we can follow along and explore what it is, their tokenomics, and how are they going to be making money for them, for the DAO, which is kind of a decentralized, well, actually it is a decentralized autonomous organization. So it's kind of a company, but it's not ruled by any country in specific. And how can you benefit economically from this? So let's switch to the screen. And here we are. This is Breeder DAO. They are DAO, which is mentioning a moment ago. It's kind of a company that is owned by the investors that put money into it, and whatever this DAO makes, the profits they make and the goals they accomplish are voted in by the owners or the stakeholders of this organization. So how do you kind of have a share of this DAO? You own tokens. So the aim they have is helping gaming guilds. Now, if you know, let me tell you something about the gaming industry. I used to work in the entertainment industry. Actually, we produced a feature film. We kind of made the money back. It was an investment of around $12 million. We made the money back. We didn't make a profit because movies are not that profitable at all, but the gaming industry is a whole different animal. With gaming, you can make a lot of money, and not only by building games, but by building a business around those games. So you probably have heard about play to earn games. So these are revolutionary. Most of them are kind of boring, are a gamification of DeFi, but some of those games are really entertaining. And what they have built, one of the organizations that are built around those games are guilds. And I'm going to explain what guilds are in a second. So there are one of the different ways you can make money around the gaming industry. And I know of a lot of kids that are, even in traditional games like World of Warcraft, they are getting assets like swords and other kind of assets, and they sell them for money. I don't know how much money they can sell for. In the traditional kind of eBay or kind of a traditional marketplace, DeFi allows us to do that in the blockchain, and it's easier for anyone to obtain assets and resell them. And I've been telling my friends who have kids, they are still playing games. Why don't you migrate your kids to play games where they can make an income? And this, at least when I was a younger kid, if this had existed, my father would have allowed me to play more video games. Now that I am a parent and my kids are only 2 and 3 years old, so they're not gaming yet, but my friends' kids are. So guilds are a group of people that get together to accomplish gaming objectives. And in DeFi and in play to earn games, one of the objectives, and I would probably say the main objective, is earning money. So here's how most of them are organized. One part of the members of these guilds are investors. They have money to buy the items that make you money in the gaming world, but they probably don't have time to play those games, and I'm kind of one of those guys. So I love passive income. I'm sure if you're watching this channel, you love passive income too. So you don't, playing games, it's not passive, and if the more money you want to make out of those games, the more time you have to invest in those games. On the other hand, there's a ton of people who have a lot of time. They don't have the money to invest in those assets. So those assets are usually in the form of NFTs. So NFTs, like if you are playing Axie, which is one of the major NFT games, play to earn games, some of those NFTs are worth up to $1 million. So of course, I don't have $1 million to invest in an NFT. Some of the newer games we've reviewed recently, Steppen, which is one of those other games where you play to earn, but just by walking or running around. And if you want to watch that video, we're going to put it in this corner. Those assets are worth $200 up to, let's say, a little under $1,000. So that's more in my arena, but I don't have the time to walk around the city the full day to earn tokens. So there's this other group of people who have that time and love playing and love making money out of playing. And most of them are located in what are called developing world countries. So Southeast Asia, a big number of countries in Latin America, Africa. So for these people, the money they make out of playing those games is usually even more than what they would be paid in a regular job. So guilds group together these people, bring investors and bring players, and then they share the revenue. So let's say you buy an asset, you want to find players, right? Where would you find those players easily? Well, you would be part of one of these guilds. And those guilds are looking for great NFTs because the money you can make in those games depends a lot in the NFT that you own. So there are super rare NFTs which will bring you more money. The player will be able to bring more money if they play with those assets. So the guilds try to find the best assets, and it's hard for them. It's a problem that had not been solved until recently, and Breeder DAO, in my opinion, is one of those places where guilds can find the best NFT assets for their goals. So this is basically what they are solving. And now that we've discussed what they're solving, let's see, this company in particular, are they solving it well? Who are they partnered with? Will their token be worth a lot? So if it's a good investment for you or not, we're going to be discussing this in the coming seconds. So here's the thing we need to know. Breeder DAO is the NFT asset factory of blockchain games. They call it a factory. Of course, they're not producing the actual NFTs. They just find the best NFTs for these guilds. They say they produce high volume asset production. They say production, they mean sourcing. They're sourcing NFTs. So guilds, which some of them are worth millions and millions of dollars, will find use in Breeder DAO to get the best NFTs. And guys, if you've ever participated in the sale of a good NFT, it's so hard to get the best ones. And once they are launched, they become so expensive that many people are left out of that purchase or that economy. So they will help people find those. Then they explain, basically they explain, the play to earn industry. They explain the guilds, which I just went through in this video for you. They explain what they are. So they optimize the NFT production process to make it easier so that guilds can scale faster. So guilds are interested in scaling faster and making more money. And all the members of a guild are benefiting the faster these guilds are able to scale. So you want to bring more gamers, you want to bring more assets and more investors, and they solve the asset part. And of course, guilds will have to solve the investors and gamers part. They say they have on-chain game expertise. So they allowed guilds to specify the traits they're looking for in NFTs. So this is a step further in solving their problem. So some guilds will have a strategy, another guild will have a different strategy. So since guilds are huge, they'll talk to their representatives, and the representatives will tell them, we are looking for this, and Breeder DAO will source that for them. They talk about empowered economy. They put the community first, not only through governance, so you're able to vote on what Breeder DAO does, but also staking. So if you buy their coins, you're going to be able to stake them while you have votes. So this creates a demand, and who's going to be interested in buying the tokens let's say you participate in the ICO, who's going to be interested in buying those from you? Of course, people who want to vote. And when you discuss a guild, you're talking about thousands, if not tens of thousands of members. So that's really interesting, guys. That's one of the things why I thought I would bring this video to you, because as opposed to regular shitcoin projects, of course, this is not a shitcoin project. And remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. So take this with a grain of salt. I just bring you what I think is interesting. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing with this opportunity to invest in this startup. So as opposed to shitcoins, these guys are doing the job. They have the minimum viable product. They have the token, but they have built partnerships with interesting parties, and partnerships are everything in this industry. So let's see. So far, they have supplied 100,000 NFTs. Guys, this is a lot. I mean, in terms of a launch, one launch of an NFT is usually around 10,000 NFTs, but 10 amazing NFTs, that's the goal they are reaching. So out of 10,000, a 10,000 NFT launch, maybe 100 of them are good NFTs. The rest of them are not so good. So these guys find the best one. They have partnered with 300 guilds, gaming guilds. So that's a lot of people demanding their services and, of course, their tokens. And they have partnered with 20 plus games. So what are those games, guys? So if those are kind of lame games, then this would not be that interesting. So let's see what kind of games they have partnered with. And this is here. The main partnership they have is Axie Infinity, and this is the largest game in the play-to-earn gaming world, and by far. So this is a huge industry in and of itself. So this is, this is already a big accomplishment. And they have these other ones that are good games. I'm not a gaming expert. I'm getting there, and I hope to be able to launch a play-to-earn game in the near future. But so far, these are interesting games, and you can click on more. And well, actually, no, you cannot click on more. But they hopefully eventually you'll be able to click here and find out what are the other games. These are the main games, and just by the fact that they have partnered with Axie Infinity, it's already a good sign. Now, what is the roadmap in Q1 2022, which is already in the past? They build those tools for top play-to-earn games, so that's already accomplished. Right now, we are on Q2 2022, and the page is kind of slow. So, well, they're going to be launching the token, so that is happening right now, and it's going to be going on today, tomorrow, and if I remember well, the day after tomorrow. So if you are interested in getting those tokens at a great price, which is usually what happens in an ICO, right now you can, and I'm going to show you where to do that. They are doing the integrations with 30 games and 100 partner guilds during this quarter. So, and they are already discussing what partnerships they are. So this is great. And they're going to have the governance live. So governance means they are going to be issuing votes, and you can vote and your vote counts. So it's kind of a democracy, if you would, of gaming. So, and they have a particular way of, allowing for votes, which is really interesting and different. And they're going to have the gaming dashboard. On Q3, they're going to roll out an artificial intelligence powered asset production, which is kind of unique, guys. If this really happens, they're going to be a game changer, literally a game changer. And it's going to be hard for another similar organization to beat them unless they are funded with a lot of money, which usually happens in this industry. And then they have the fourth quarter. They're going to be the fully automated artificial intelligence factory, beta testing of over-the-counter sales app, and more integrations and more partnerships. So they have a good roadmap. Let's see what are the institutional partners. And I already see Andreessen Horowitz. They are one of the main guys at our VC funds in Silicon Valley. As you guys might remember, if you've been following me for a while, I used to live in Silicon Valley pitching startups or helping other people pitch their own startups. And this was one of the main VC funds where everyone wanted to pitch Andreessen Horowitz because they command one of the largest amount of money in the industry. So if they have partnered with them, that's already a really good sign because not everyone has access to them. Then they have other institutional partners here. A number of them I don't know. A number of them I have seen elsewhere, but I have not checked them in depth. This is a team, of course, another good sign, guys. I used to have those Shitcoin Friday videos. I might be bringing them back, and but these guys are docs, so that's already a good sign. And this is why I'm discussing this as a startup, not as a Shitcoin project. So you can see who these guys are. You can click on their Twitter, on the LinkedIn, follow them. So the fact that they're docs is already good. And then they speak about their advisors. Delphi Ventures is a good venture fund, and then Daquan from Terra, of course. These guys, if you're in the crypto industry, you probably have heard his name a number of times. So many important people are related to this project. And then you can read the white paper, which we're not going to be doing in this video. Of course, if you're going to be investing in this token, I suggest you to do so you can understand a little bit more about this project. Now, if you are part of a guild and you want to liaise with them, then you can just enter your email. And if you are someone like a gamer or someone else, you can just click here and submit. So, guys, what do I think about this business opportunity? This startup investment opportunity? Well, the cool thing about the blockchain and crypto industry is that we don't need to hold billions of dollars to be like venture capitalists. You can invest any amount of money and still get the upside of investing in such a great project at an early stage. So I personally am going to be investing money in Breeder DAO. I think it's a great opportunity. I personally know that in all of the entertainment industry, gaming is the strongest because, as I was mentioning early in this video, I used to work in this industry, and I've always looked forward to being part of the gaming industry. Although I'm not an expert in games, I'm getting there, and I know that they're solving a big problem. So where would you be able to participate? They are going to be doing their public sale on Copper. So there's a Medium article where you can actually read read how to participate on this. They are launching on Copper, and I'm going to briefly explain how ICOs work on Copper. I have actually invested with Copper a number of times, and they are what is called a fair ICO launch protocol, if you will. So how it happens with traditional launching protocols, ICO protocols, it's bots who get the best price, and then the price will go all the way to the moon. And if you buy on top, you're going to lose all your money. The way Copper does it is different. It's called a Dutch auction, and Dutch auctions used to happen back when the Dutch Empire used to rule the world. And back then, they lit a candle, and by the time the candle was extinguished, then the auction would stop. So they kind of do that digitally here. Of course, I hope they're not turning on light candles. But as you can see, the price, the initial launching price was $1.36 per breed. I think, yeah, that's the name of the token. And then Copper tells you usually there's a curve of the price going down as the handle is extinguished eventually. So normally you see a curve going down, 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 and continually going down. And with this particular coin, we see that there are upsides not only going down, but it reaches a certain point, which is around 56 cents or 53 cents per breed, and then it goes back up. And we see this happening a number of times. So I think right now, although Copper thinks the price might go lower, I think at around 50 cents per breed is a fair price. You can risk it and wait a little bit more if you're interested in investing with in this token. But I'm not sure, and I'm not entirely sure it will go to 20 cents or even lower. Like they predict it might end up at 18 cents. So you could dollar cost average. You can buy a little bit here, a little bit here, and maybe it goes further down. But what happens with these tokens, and especially in such amazing projects, is that after the ICO, the token will go up. And if you sell when it goes up, you will make your return and your profits. And I've done like 3x's or 5x's with Copper. So it's normally a good investment. And guys, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do your own research. I'm just telling you what I'm going to be doing and what I find interesting about this particular startup. And what I'm going to be doing after this video is done is I'm going to be actually buying some of this at this current price. All you have to do to buy on Copper is connect your wallet, and then you basically buy the token at the current price. And then you can come back in, let's say, in an hour or 2 hours and see if the price has gone further down and make that purchase again. Now, here's the thing. Normally these are Ethereum launches, so you have to pay gas fees. And usually, there are times where the gas fees are lower. So it's the cost of opportunity. So if the price goes down when the Ethereum price goes lower, the gas price goes lower, then that's cool, but it might go up. So these are the things you need to know about investing in Copper, and particularly about investing in Breed. And again, I think, this is called Startup Central for one reason. We love investing in startups because startups, especially good startups, can bring in a lot of money if you know what you're doing. And I particularly like the gaming industry because of what I just explained in this video. And I think they're solving a good problem that gaming guilds have. And gaming guilds are huge, and they demand a lot of services, and they are involved in a lot of money. So I particularly think this is a good project, so I'm going to be investing in it. And if you are interested in ICOs and in startups, consider it and research a little bit more. And if this is good for you, then hope I just provided good information for you to make the decision. If you like this video, click on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more about how to invest in startups in the crypto industry to make profits out of them. See you in the next video. Bye-bye now.